What's happening here? What was it, musical chair? Oh, you put the thing on again. All right. I get it. All right, here we go. Wait a minute. Okay. This next guy is a favorite of yours. He's got a lot of people here tonight. He's a very funny man. Please welcome Jason Cohen.
All right, good night, everybody. I've been married for about 9 years now. That's not the joke. I haven't done it yet. I know it's a home game for me. But what I've learned is two things. A, that I'm very good looking, and B, that my wife thinks I'm an idiot. And what I mean is I've tested it out a couple of times. I don't know how many guys here have done the finances in the house. God bless my wife, she lasted like 47 seconds. And so I took over the finances, and I don't mind paying the credit card bill. To me, that's like a choose your adventure book. Like, you don't even look at it anymore. You can't even figure it out. You see Lulu all over the place, and you just pay it, and you move on. I think what bothers me are all of the other bills. You know, the ones that don't have any meaning behind them. You know, so after I pay the credit card bill, there's like a Bloomingdale's bill, and a Macy's bill, and a Gap bill, and all these other bills. And so one day I figured, you know what, I was gonna call my wife out on it, and I said, hey, honey, what's this Bloomingdale's bill I have here? You know, and I'm looking at the bill, mind you, right? And I'm looking at it, and it says like 8 sports bras or something. And so she says, without missing a beat, because she thinks I'm an idiot. She says, well, you know what? I had to get some clothes for the kids for summer camp. They need stuff for camp. You don't want them to be naked in camp, do you? No, honey, I don't want the kids to be naked in camp. But now I'm looking at the bill, right? And so I say, yeah, but honey, you know what? It says women's department on the bill. And my wife, she's smart, and without missing a beat, she says, well, you know why? Because I was browsing. You see, I picked it up in the kids department, but what I did is I paid for the women's department. That's what I did, right? I'm not gonna figure that out, but I'm looking at the fucking bill. And I said, I'm pretty sure my 3-year-old daughter doesn't wear sports bras. And so I said, oh, okay, but honey, one more thing, honey, but it says like 8 sports bras on there, right? And she says, well, if you know what it's for, then why don't you just pay the freaking bill? And so you see what I've done there is that A, I've got to pay a bill. B, now she's mad at me. And C, now I'm not getting sex that night. Because that's what happened. You know, speaking of sex. Speaking of sex, my wife is one of those workout nuts, right? We joined this gym called Lifetime Fitness, which we call Super Gym, which, by the way, has now taken over like the most boring topic of conversation when we go with other couples at dinner, right? It used to be before like the kids, well, what camp are you going to? Does he sign up for camp? Does he like that camp? Now it's like, ooh, are you taking a class on Sunday morning? Who's the instructor? Do you like the instructor? So my wife is one of those gym rats that she'll go to the gym like 8 times, you know, a day or something. And like last Sunday, I watched her. She ran 15 miles on the treadmill. She took like a Pilates class, a spin class, a yoga class, a Zumba class. She can do all of this. I'm not even sure she broke a sweat the entire day. So of course what happens at the end of the night when I give her the evil eye, I can't do that. I can't have sex. Really? Because 2 minutes with me where your body doesn't move is way too much. Of course you're fucking tired. There's not one thing in that whole gym you didn't touch. But me. Here's what we're gonna do, okay? At nighttime, you just do like 5 minutes of Zumba. I'll do my thing. You won't even feel it. I will call the class, and everybody wins. You know who likes sex is my father-in-law. Yeah, but I still have the mic. No. My father-in-law, great guy, guy. He's one of those guys that the wife always wants you to call for whatever reason. And not the stuff that like actually makes sense to call him for, like, oh, I don't know, what life insurance policy I should get. It's like anything, just call my dad. It's like, I don't know, should we get Swiss cheese or Munster cheese? You know what, call my dad, he's good at that stuff. Really? Really, he's good at cheese? Really? That's his specialty is cheese? But my father-in-law, true story. First time I met the guy, my wife brings me over to the house. We're dating at the time, and we get to the house, and quickly my wife goes to the back of the house, right, with her mother, to presumably talk about, you know, how good looking I am. And so there I am on the couch with my father-in-law. At the time, it's just the random father of the girl that I'm, you know, wanted to sleep with. So we're sitting on the couch, and I don't know, like he had like this material planned out. He starts with some hunting story. Now mind you, right? He's like a 5'6" dentist from Dix Hills, and he's Jewish. The only thing he's hunting for are like cavities. And he's telling me about the hunting, right? How like, you shoot the deer, you skin the deer, you eat the deer on top of the roof, you drop the deer. I'm thinking, and I don't know any better. I'm like, okay. Don't touch her, don't touch her. And so, as he's telling me about the deer story, he's clicking, you know, through the TV, right, with the remote control. And every guy is born. We're not born with much, but we're born with the ability to click channels, right? Right. You know what I'm talking about. You click, and we have like a rhythm. We're just born, you know. So he's clicking channels, and we're click. And this is a true story, by the way. Click. Click, deer, click, kill the deer, click. And all of a sudden, as he's talking and he's clicking, because it's his house, it's his remote, it's his click, some kind of like cable naked porn show gets up on the TV. Right now, my girlfriend, right, still back in the house talking to my future mother-in-law, and here I am now, and there's porn on the TV. Now, I can't look at the porn, right, because I'm the perverted guy who's dating his daughter who likes porn. I can't look at him, because that's just weird. So I'm like, now this is the day before Blackberries, so you can't even like bury your head into this, you know, Twitter, Facebook. Like, I'm just like, Meanwhile, I'm waiting for the click. There's no click. I'm like, where's the click? I'm waiting, and there's just nothing. I mean, click! Finally, I break down. It feels like 3 hours of watching porn, which ordinarily is a good thing. And I look at him, and he gives me a wink. I look over, and it's like, I don't want to wink, I want to click! I want to wink there, I need a click! You know, the funny thing about in-laws, right, is that, you know, I probably see my in-laws like, I don't know, 342 out of the 365 days a year, give or take a day, right? And that might not even be enough, I don't know. My parents fly in from the West Coast for like 4 days out of the year, and it's like we're being invaded by terrorists. My wife goes into a deep depression like 13 days out just thinking about my parents coming in. My in-laws live like 6 exits away off the LA, and it's like, that's too far. You know, like, for my mom to come and babysit, but she's like all the way to exit 51 or exit 43. My parents live in Nevada. I'm convinced if my wife could like stretch the country like a dining room table and put more land between us and them, she would, just so they're further away. You know when you don't see your in-laws? Is when you go on vacation, right? But the problems with vacations is getting to the vacation, right? So I don't know how many guys have encountered this, but you know when it comes time to pack for the vacation, there's very little you can do, right? Here's what you can do: you can take your clothes and you can put them next to the suitcase. That's it. You can't actually put anything in the suitcase. Because the suitcase is like a Rubik's Cube or something. It's like, God forbid, you put the wrong boxers and the wrong socks the wrong way, because the kids' clothes have to go there. So you put yourself next to the suitcase, and then you're done. But you can't watch TV, you can't watch porn. You can't fall asleep, trust me. So you just do something to kill the time. So what I do is I fold socks, because that looks like you're doing something productive. Granted, like my wife's throwing out like all the socks that have holes in it, because God forbid I wear a sock with a hole, so I'm down to like 3 pairs of socks. But it keeps me busy for like 2 hours until a big moment comes at the end of the night when she needs you to weigh the suitcase, right? Because like our mission isn't to get to vacation. Our mission is to beat the airline and not pay $25 for a bag that weighs more than 50 pounds, right? So she zippers it up and she says, okay, honey, I'm gonna go wait. I'm here. Socks are done. Socks right here. Okay, I need you to weigh the suitcase. I'm on it. Here we go. Here we go. And so, I take the big suitcase because obviously I'm the muscle here, and I take the big 50-pound suitcase and I put it on the scale, which, if anyone's like me and has our scales, it's like putting an elephant on top of a mouse. All of a sudden, right, like you're looking at the suitcase and you realize, oh shit, I can't see what it weighs. Maybe I am an idiot. And so, like, I'm like doing this, and I'm like, and then you try to do that trick where you take it off real quickly, you look down, you look at your ears, so you go out, you buy a bigger scale, you come back, and then all of a sudden you figure it out, and it's like, okay, here it goes, boop, 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 52 pounds. Now, like, guys know that, like, you can get away with 52 pounds, right? You tell the dude, hey, man, hey, Joe, what's up, man? Here's $10, right? But a wife isn't that cool. Oh, over? Well, we're not really. Okay, unzip her. Okay, so you unzip her. Okay, we'll take something out. What do you want to take out? We'll take out one of your shorts. Yeah, because it's not the 12 pairs of shoes that sent us over the 50 pounds for a 3-day vacation. It's my pair of boxers. So after you negotiate, you say, okay, listen, honey, I think it's going to be your thing. I gotta be honest. And she says, okay, fine. So she takes out one of the sports bras that she bought earlier. Now, I love my wife. I'm pretty sure that sports bra doesn't weigh 3 pounds. Okay, take out the sports bra. Okay, zip her up and weigh it again. Really? How many times are we going to do this tonight? Just tell me, because if we're going to do this, I'll just take my stuff out. I'll stay at home. When I get home from work, right? What I love about my wife is that she doesn't bog me down with like all of the details about the day, right? So I get home and I walk in the door. I'm like, honey, how are you? Fine. How's the day? Fine. How are the kids doing? All right? Kids are fine, upstairs. Now, you would walk away from here thinking the day is fine. All right, fine. Pay attention back there. You know how you actually get to know what happens throughout the day? You listen to the phone call of the mother, right? Because she's only spoken to the mom like, I don't know, 18 times that day. And so you listen to the phone call with the mom, and it's literally like, well, 7:18, Jack woke up. He wanted a waffle. We don't have any waffles. I offered him a pancake. He took the pancake, but he didn't like. And it's like, oh my God. Meanwhile, you're keeping an ear out back there because you know that you're going to hear something like, oh yeah, by the way, the school called. Jack's been expelled from elementary school, and Molly, your 3-year-old daughter, she's engaged. By the way, nothing happened today. So what I do is I get my information from my kids, because they know how to give it to you in a clear, concise manner. So I go upstairs, I say, Jack, what do I need to know? And he looks at me, deadpan, kid's like 7 years old, and he'll say, Dad, here's the deal. Mom's not happy. You didn't help her pack. So she went to the store to buy something, she wouldn't tell me what it was for. By the way, she mentioned something about how she's tired. Oh, and pa's over, and she's gonna watch some porn tonight.
Have been a lovely crowd. Clap yourself. Give yourself a hand for hanging in here. You're putting a hand to your waist there. Clap your waist there. Give them a hand. They were really hard for you. They do a lot of stuff behind the scenes. If you had a good time tonight, throw them a couple extra bucks. That's very cool. Fill out your comment cards on your tables. You can win free ticket stuff.